Hello, my name is Taylor Cause, and today we will be talking about efficient exercises for young athletes. The main focus of this video is to prove that young athletes should resistance train, as it can help them improve a myriad of benefits, including strength, power, endurance, and overall performance in their sport. Strength training has been shown to increase muscle strength and mass, improve bone density, enhance neuromuscular control within the body. As a personal trainer and life coach, I have often found that weightlifting provides a fun yet challenging outlet for physical activity, which can lead to a lifetime of practice. Trends show that there is an increased interest with the fitness and weightlifting in young adults. Therefore, as leaders for our young athletes, we are in a position to help them begin safely and effectively. Resistance training is an excellent asset to better help your young athletes' performance on the gridiron or other field sports. As a coach, I can really see the difference in strength and coordination in those who weight train or resistance train. Personally, I remember the first time when I started working out and I took lifting seriously, and it was explosive in my performance. Therefore, weightlifting will help your athleticism. So, where do we start when we start working out with young athletes? Let's consider the difference in physical activity between the athlete's day before their workout and then during the workout. We're going to use the warm-up to close that gap in intensity. The harder you plan on working out should mean you should be warming up appropriately. So let's talk about what we're going to do in this warm-up. Let's start with a 5 to 10 minute cardio session. That's a general cardio. That could be treadmill, that could be cycling, that could be outside going for a jog. And this is going to help stimulate the cardiovascular system and prepare the body for exercise. We're going to follow up with a dynamic warm-up. Now, these will be movements specific to what type of workout you'll be doing, preparing those joints, loading those muscles safely, and stimulating the mind-muscle connection. If there's any specific injuries in question, it's important to do movements to prepare those joints or those structures that have injury for exercise, and those will be on a user-to-user basis. But before we get started talking about some great warm-ups that I like to use with my clients and my own personal workouts, please hit that subscribe button so you can see some more informative videos in the future. But like I said before, the purpose of a generalized warm-up is to prepare the body for exercise. Typically, you would do a 5-minute cardio session. The better the warm-up, the better prepared the exerciser. This can lead to a better workout and performance. And I believe personally in the first couple workouts, warm-ups are the most important. The following are some safe and effective dynamic warm-ups for young athletes. Neck rolls is a great warm-up for taking your neck through a large range of motion, preparing it for exercise. This warm-up is great for young athletes as their necks can often be susceptible to pain or strain. I like to think of using a crescent moon pattern, tracing your chin from one shoulder down along your chest to the other shoulder, and really focusing on squeezing slow and concise movements. This one's a little more dynamic. I call it shoulder circles. Shoulder circles is a great exercise to prepare the shoulders, the neck, and the back by taking them through a very dynamic range of motion. I suggest shoulder circles for young athletes as it is a time-efficient and easy thing to perform, and often they'll remember it. Try and squeeze the muscles of the arms and the shoulders. Try to do this exercise with the palms down. Once you've done it completely, turn the palms up and complete it again. The next warm-up could be a Lungeon Twist. It's a great dynamic motion involving the lower body and the back. Young athletes go through many dynamic body positions when exercising, and the Lungeon Twist should help prepare their body. A twist of the spine with the lower body is safe when done gently and effectively. If putting your knee on the ground is causing you any discomfort, you can stay floating above, keeping your knee off the ground. For any young athletes who play field sports, they should know this one, high knees. It's a great exercise, it's very dynamic, it's intense, and it should really increase the young athlete's heart rate. It's easy to perform, requires no equipment, and is a must-have for a development of speed and explosiveness. Now that we've done a sufficient warm-up, let's get into the resistance training for young athletes. This routine prioritizes developing the basic principles of lower body athleticism. This routine has core exercises as secondary movements as they complement the primary exercises effectively. Once you become comfortable with these movements, practice driving speed and strength for further movement mastery. The first exercise we're going to be doing is zombie squats. Zombie squats should be performed with the chest upright, arms active, controlling the movement throughout. The foot stance should be shoulder width, toes pointed slightly outwards, knees tracking over the toes. Load the movement with a powerful inhale using the exhale to drive upwards. I use a dowel here. You can see I use the dowel in my hands to add some challenge. I also use the dowel as a tool to keep my chest upright. This is another option. It's a little bit more hard. We're going to pair the zombie squats with a curl up. When performing curl ups, keep the feet hip width apart and curl your forward up as you slide your hands along the ground. This exercise will help you develop a strong core through forward flexion or squeezing your core. Use your exhale to really develop strength in the motion. This will increase the contraction. You want to slowly ease down as you hold mechanical tension to really develop some strong abs. Our next primary exercise is going to be walking lunges. We're going to complete this with our hands up, and walking lunges are a great way to develop lower body strength and coordination. Performing this exercise with your hands up will make this movement harder. It's going to challenge your posture muscles, and we're going to make sure we use a wide base of support, stepping outward with your feet, and this will make sure you're in a strong, balanced position. Right after you've done your walking lunges, drop to the ground, lay on your back, and you're going to bring your knees to a 90 degree. We're going to do dead bug. Dead bug is a great exercise for developing a strong core brace that will translate to a stronger young athlete. Very similar to the curl up, this movement begins by driving your forehead up, pushing your hands through your static knees. You want to try to maintain a fluid breath. Even though this exercise really squeezes the core, breathing through that is very important. You can see we did multiple variations here. One where our hands were on individual knees and one where we doubled up with some athletic movements. All are included in this program. Our next primary movement is going to be vertical jumps. Vertical jumps is an amazing expression of full body athleticism. This will develop explosive strength and help you develop coordination in your movements. You really want to focus on landing softly, bending the knees and using to your feet to land on a softer surface. So here, for example, I was using an exercise mat. However, completing this exercise outside is also a great option. Right after you finish your vertical jumps, you're going to jump on the ground in a push-up position, feet in a strong stance, and start squeezing. We call this position a plank. The dowel is not necessary, but it's a great tool for showing you how to stay stable and contracted in this exercise. I use this exercise to develop a strong mind-muscle connection in the entire body, as every muscle should feel active. Start by getting in that push-up position, flex your elbows in, and keep your legs active. Engage the core. If you're wondering what it feels like, cough and hold that tension, and that should be a good example of what to feel. Now we should consider starting our cool down. A cool down should be a bridge from the intensity of your workout to the rest of your day. A great cool down should include a low intensity cardio machine or going for a walk for 5 to 10 minutes with some attentive breathing. Stretching can be done, but I personally prefer to program stretching away from your workouts and separately. Here's some good examples of some action items to improve over the next couple weeks for young athletes. Aiming to get 1 to 3 workouts on top of your scheduled practices, trying to be conscious of your eating and increasing daily protein to fuel your exercise, and checking out some other videos I have here on exercise and health practices to help better athletes. I want to thank you guys very much for your time today, and if you guys enjoyed this, like and subscribe and share to your friends. Thank you.